Hey guys, and welcome back to another Premier League predictions video. It's been a little while because it is currently international break. There are matches being played this evening. Time of recording is Tuesday evening. It's the only time you could really fit it in this week. But before we get on to this week's predictions, which is week 31, let's have a quick look back at how well we all got on in week 30. And top scorer in week 30 was Darian, and Darian came away with 9 points overall and 3 perfect scores. Nathan, how well did you get on?
I had 6 points for a reduced game week. That's not bad with 1 perfect. I'll take it.
Yeah, and myself, I also came away with 6 points and 1 perfect score as well. So how does that affect the overall leaderboard? Well, it's a three-way tie at the top of that Super Brew leaderboard. We got Hafiz Emran on 276.5 points. Maka 03 moving up the league on 276.5 points as well, and also on the same score is Hilarious Sandco, actually pronounced his name or her name correctly, also on 276.5 points. But that's enough of last week. Let's just jump straight in to week 31.
Okay, so first up, we've got the midday fixture on BT between Liverpool and Watford. Liverpool, say no more, look at their form. Watford, say no more, look at their form. Mind, they did win last time around, to be fair to them, against Southampton. That was a good win, that was. The question is, how many are Liverpool going to score? Yeah, I'm going to go 4-0 in this one.
4-0?
Yeah.
Wow.
Liverpool are just flying.
It could happen because earlier in the season at Vicarage Road, Liverpool did come away victorious with a 5-0 win. As we've already said, international break currently going on. Senegal are playing Egypt. It's currently Senegal 1, Egypt 0. Salah and Mane are both playing in that fixture. Trent Alexander-Arnold still looks like to be out for this fixture. I don't think Liverpool will concede even without Trent there, and Liverpool won't have too much trouble beating this Watford side. But Watford have slightly improved recently, and they are fighting for their lives in 18th position. So I'm going to go for 2-0 home victory. Then we come to the first of the 3 o'clock kickoffs. A really interesting tie against sort of Brighton falling like a stone or a very heavy rock now. Currently
6 defeats in a row.
6 defeats in a row sees them in 13th position. But Norwich, bottom of the shop as well, also 6 defeats on the bounce. I can't see a winner in this one. I think Brighton have only scored 1 goal in those 6 matches. It was that way defeat against Newcastle. So I think they will score in this one, but I think Norwich will as well. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
I'm actually going to go for a 1-0 Brighton grind out here. I just think they have a little bit more quality than Norwich, and Norwich have looked woeful recently. Mind, Brighton's defence ain't good either, but I think Brighton will just about grab one, but Norwich are going to be horrific till the end of the season. They know they're down, don't they? Next up, we have Burnley versus Man City. Now, Man City continuing to stumble a little bit. Got another draw against Crystal Palace. Mind, you know their struggles against Palace, of course. And then Burnley, currently second bottom. They're starting to lose those games in hand now as well. Going on a bit of a torrid run. Leaking goals, haven't scored in 4 matches. Going to go for a 3-0 Man City.
3-0, yeah, I kind of agree with you, Nathan. I think Manchester City, they have to win this one because Liverpool are breathing down their necks. Only 1 point behind.
Yeah, if Man City lose this one, the title's going to Liverpool.
Really? I'm not so sure. They do have 9 matches each to play. Burnley against Man City, I think they've played them each other 15 times in the Premier League. It's 1 victory to Burnley, 3 draws and 11 wins to the Citizens, and I can only see this one going one way, even though Sean Dyche kind of a bit of a Houdini with Burnley in the past. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 away win to Manchester City. Then we move on to Chelsea against Brentford. I think there will be fans in the ground, those season ticket holders, of course, for Chelsea. I'm not sure about Brentford.
Rules.
Can Brentford fans?
I think they're allowed to sell tickets now because they made an exemption for them.
Interesting. I'll have to check up on that. But Havertz for Chelsea is in wonderful form. Lukaku, is he back in amongst the goals? He's there on the pitch, etc. But I don't think Chelsea will have too much trouble against this Brentford side, who are gaining a little bit of confidence. 2 wins in their last 3 matches, although they did lose last time out away against Leicester. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 home win to Chelsea in this West London affair.
Yep. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-0 Chelsea as well. Should be able to grind out a comfortable result in this one. I mean, Brentford have been picking up the points, but they just do it around the teams below them, and they're not performing well against, well, the teams in the Champions League, anything above 10th really. So yeah, definitely a Chelsea win in this one. Next up, we've got Leeds going up against Southampton. Pretty interesting one this. Jesse Marsch having a good start in charge, which no one expected. 3-2 against Wolves in that shocker. And then a 2-1 against Norwich, but it is Norwich at the end of the day. And then Southampton, 3 losses on the bounce, just up and down with their form. 4-0 to Villa, 2-1 at Newcastle, 2-1 at Watford. Yeah, not good form at all for Southampton, but they are going to turn it around after the international break. It's coming for the right time for them. So I'm going to go 2-1 Saints.
Saints, wow, bouncing back after a run of defeats. And prior to that, they did have a very rich vein of form. As you say, Leeds United back-to-back wins now, scoring goals. Once again, looks like Bamford is going to be out for the rest of the season. Southampton's form hasn't been too clever. I can see goals in this one, and I'm going to go Desmond's. I'm going for Desmond's 2-2. Next up, we got Wolves coming up against Aston Villa. This all Midlands or all Birmingham affair. This is going to be a very tight match. Not a lot of goals in this one. Aston Villa climbing the table recently, although they have suffered back-to-back defeats against London clubs West Ham and Arsenal. Wolves stuttering themselves, 2 wins out of the last 6, but I think they will gain all 3 points here at Molineux, and I'm going to go for a 1-0 scoreline to Wolves.
Yeah, I've got exactly the same as you. Wolves defensively strong as well. Villa, they can be alright on their day too, but yeah, Wolves just have enough to grind out a result, and yeah, they're going to stay solid in this one, 1-0. Next up, we have Man United against Leicester at 5:30. Now Man United getting a good victory against Spurs last time around, only just though, and then before that some very shoddy form. And then they're coming up against a Leicester side who are starting to turn things around, grinding out results around them. Difficult one for me, this one, really difficult. I'm going to go 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw, wow, against Leicester. Yeah, Man United at home have been really solid for the most part of the season. In the last 6, they've won 3 and drawn 2 and lost just that one match, which was away against Man City, where they got phoned 4-1. Against Leicester City, I don't think they'll have too many problems really, although I think they'll only be 1 goal in it. The likes of Castagne for Leicester come back into the side. Pereira, although he's come back and he gets injured, etc. But Maddison, Barnes, they have got quality, Leicester, but I think that Man United will just come through this one, and I'm going to go for 2-1 scoreline. Moving on to Sunday, the first of these matches sees West Ham coming up against the woeful Everton, even though Everton actually gained victory in the last match.
Very shocking that was.
A 1-0 victory.
How did they beat
Newcastle? West Ham, okay, they've had injury concerns like the Jarrod Bowen, but I think he's got around about a 25% chance of making this match. I don't think he will though. West Ham currently occupy 7th position, defeated last time as well away against Spurs in that all London affair. I fancy West Ham in this one just to edge out the Toffees. I'm going to go for 2-1 scoreline.
I'm going to go for 2-0 West Ham. Yeah, Everton defensively absolutely woeful. Just that squad is so weak, as I've said many times before. And yeah, West Ham should have more than enough to beat Everton, and they're 100% in a relegation battle for me. Moving on, next up we've got Spurs against Newcastle. A very, very tasty one. Spurs good form recently, picking up wins here, there and everywhere. Scoring goals, not conceding much either, while Newcastle have started to stumble a bit. But I do think now that Newcastle have had a bit of an international break to work things out, I can see him grinding out a draw here. I don't know why. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to go for 1-1.
No, I think Conte has really got a grip of this squad. Kane's firing now. Son looks to be in good form. Kulishevsky, I think his name. He looks a real good player for them in midfield as well. Coming up against the Newcastle side, okay, back-to-back defeats. They're playing in London against Tottenham back after the international break. I fancy Spurs in this one to win comfortably 2-0. We now move on to a Monday night where we see Crystal Palace entertaining Arsenal, another all-London affair. Crystal Palace, Patrick Vieira, of course, facing his old club, so he'll want to, not lose this match, and I don't think they will. Crystal Palace currently in 12th position, only one defeat in their last 6, playing some really good football. They've got pace all around that pitch. Lots of Eze, Zaha, Elise. They've got some real good pace in that team. Coming up against an Arsenal side, Odegaard's in good form. Lacazette leading the line. I think this is going to end up all square, and I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
Interesting. I'm going to go 1-0 Arsenal here. I can't see Crystal Palace winning this one with how good Arsenal have been recently. They got an exciting young team to watch. The Arsenal fans must be absolutely loving it right now.
Saka's a great form, isn't he?
Beating teams right around them. Arsenal have surely got this one. And finally, Wednesday kickoff between Burnley and Everton to finish things up. Relegation battle, this one. This could determine who goes up. Well, this could determine who goes down with all of Burnley's games in hand, of course. I'm going to go 2-0 Burnley.
2-0 Burnley. Well, they only got really games in hand on Leeds United. A massive game for Burnley. It is really a must-win for them. And you could actually say it's a must-win for Everton as well. Well, they are 3 points currently above Watford. Well, Norwich look doomed. Burnley, this is where
this is crucial.
This is where the great escape starts, I think, and I think they will beat Everton. They are close proximity, not only in the league but in the country as well, in the northwest there. So I'm going to go for a 1-0 masterstroke win from Sean Dyche's Burnley to beat the Toffees, and that concludes our predictions for week 31 of this 2021-2022 Premier League season. Make sure you leave your predictions over at the Super Brew website and in the comments section below. See if you can move up that table. See if we can all catch the likes of Maka03, Hilara Sanko and Hafiz Emran. Just murdered those 3 names. Nathan, what's coming up though with you and the channel over at yours?
There's a certain South Wales derby this weekend, isn't there?
Absolutely massive.
I'm not going to say anything, but that is an absolute must not lose game.
No,
it can't happen.
Looking forward to it?
No. Watch my channel link in description. Search my channel link in description below. But I will say one thing. Gonna get slaughtered in the comments for it. Cardiff go into that game favourites. I know, controversial but true.
There we are then, guys. Thanks for joining us once again for another Premier League prediction. So as I say, make sure you leave your predictions over at Super Brew. But for now, enjoy the Premier League weekend, and we'll see you all in the next video.